Hi, everyone.
Hi. We're back.
We're finally back. I hope you guys missed us as much as we've missed you and talking crap.
Yes. Life has been a little bit chaotic
very
hectic on our end.
Yeah, and we had technical issues. We actually recorded our 10th episode like three, maybe a month
ago. Yeah, we had technical problems. We couldn't figure them out. I moved across the country.
That too, like pandemic, jobs. It was a lot. Hopefully one day we'll figure out the technical side of that episode and release it one day. But
for now,
this is our official 10th episode. And we thank y'all so much for being with us throughout this journey. I know we're still pretty early on, but it's great to be 10 episodes in now.
Yeah, y'all are listening to us. I love when people are like, when's the next episode?
I know.
That's so sweet.
So we want to give you guys a little sweet tea. A lot's been going on. We've missed a lot of time, so I figured it's just kind of be the easiest way to kind of ease into things.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about our girl Meg Thee Stallion and the leprechaun Tory Lanez because Lanez, what, it don't even matter at this point because he really did our girl dirty. Yeah. If you are not on the interwebs or social media and you haven't really caught up with the story, you want to tell them, Embria?
Long story short, he shot her.
Period.
Okay. So, supposedly they were somewhere together, Kylie Jenner's house or something. I don't know.
They were leaving Kylie Jenner's house.
They were on their way to the place that Meg Thee Stallion was staying in LA. And they got into an argument of some sort. They got into an altercation, and she got out the car, and I guess she was trying to flee the situation. Right. And he took out a gun and shot her in both of her feet, I think. Mm-hmm. And then, she just came out the other day and told the full story, explaining that she did not tell the police that he shot her because she was trying to protect him.
Right.
She was trying to protect him and also everyone in the situation. I really feel like she is not wrong. Like, somebody just shot me in my feet, and the police come and say, "Do you have a gun?" And what's going on? Right. If she says, "Yeah, he has a gun. He shot me," who knows? What if he was under the influence? What if he could have popped off? Then all of a sudden, it's a scene with the police.
Right. And it wasn't just any police, it was LAPD. There's like 4 police departments in this country that you don't want to mess with. It's LAPD, NYPD, Baltimore PD, and Chicago PD. Yeah. So I completely understand where she was coming from in that situation. What has me upset is the media's response and like the people's response to her situation.
So, I think that my timeline just be in tune. Because my timeline don't be problematic. But people are like, oh, y'all are saying that Meg, what's the negative to say? Questioning her?
Yeah, they've been calling her a snitch for coming out and telling the story. And they're like, we have to hear both sides. We have to hear what Tory has to say and stuff like that. I'm just like, you guys have been pressing this girl since the moment it happened to tell you what happened. And now all of a sudden she's a snitch.
That doesn't apply. And I've seen tweets about this, like, you talking about what street code is from the cubicle and things like that.
Yeah, hold on, let's call the streets real quick. Sorry, they don't know you niggas. Like, stop. Yeah. You guys are not part of the streets.
I think that's what is so interesting because people will take on this, that don't fly in the streets and whatever. Like you said, the streets don't know you, honey.
They don't know you. We asked.
So what? What streets?
Can you give us an intersection?
One? Right, intersections, please.
Off what highway? Give us a location so we can really see what streets you're coming from. That you guys have this street code that you follow, and if you guys really were street, you know, women and children are off limits.
Period.
So you guys really aren't street.
Is interesting the lengths that people will go to discredit somebody. Yeah. Because you wasn't talking street code yesterday. Yesterday it was my LLC or I'm a millionaire and I chose the brunch for Jay-Z. Right. That's what it was yesterday.
So are y'all millionaires? Are y'all street? Where y'all at?
Yeah. They just wanted to discredit her, and that's sad.
That's pretty much it.
But it speaks to a larger, heavier topic, which is the general protection of Black women.
That is non-existent.
That is very...
Someone mentioned a good point. Literally, Muggs went from Girl Dad, which lasted all of, 23 hours, to Let's Protect Black Women, which probably lasted 12 hours, to now it's... We got to hear both sides of the story.
We don't even know what it was that made him shoot
her.
Oh,
my God. That's what I don't understand.
What could somebody ever do that you like, you know what? Yeah, I would have shot her, too.
While she's walking away. You guys always talk about de-escalating the situation, walking away. She was walking away and she still got shot. So what is it?
They'd be like, oh, she stole from him. Yeah, I would have shot her too. Oh, what? She don't. Oh, I would have shot her too. There is nothing you could insert into that situation that would warrant
that would make it okay
getting shot
from the back. That's a sucker, like kind of like a sucker punch. When someone's not looking and you hit them, that's
bro. I've seen this sentiment on Twitter as well, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. That's probably the first time he shot somebody. That's the first time
he just wanted to get it out of his system.
He wants to feel. That's that, and I do not want to discriminate against heights, but the concept about if when you're shorter, there's a higher chance that you're a little bit insecure about yourself. You have
he like 5'2", 5'3". Don't he need a booster seat?
Okay, I'm trying.
Like, how did he get a gun? How did he get a gun? Let's talk about it.
You're talking about he the same.
He the same height as my 9-year-old sister. Like, come on now.
Okay, so deeper.
It just made me really mad. That
Perhaps he has something to prove. Because why else would you to target a woman who's walking away from you, who's not attacking you or nothing? You have to feel big and bad. Because if it was a dude who was, tall, strong, whatever, would you have shot at a dude? And
I also heard that he got jumped by some Somali kids. Like, I forgot what college it was.
I think.
Yeah, so why he didn't shoot them? They beat him up.
Again, looking to prove himself. Tory,
by a woman? I think that's so, like...
I hope they have a therapist in prison.
I hope he gets deported somewhere in Canada. Just take his ass back to Canada.
So he doesn't have his papers here?
I don't know. He probably does. That's how he's able to perform and make money here. You have to have like some sort of a visa in order to work somewhere.
It might be a visa, but he might not be an American citizen.
Right.
So perhaps. I think that, those deportation standards, I'm not sure what his status is. Yeah. But if he, like, a violent crime would warrant
you have to do
some kind
really
of...
bad. But he's been, like... I've seen mugshots on him before, so I don't know what it's for.
Yeah.
So
who knows? And I mean, if he is a citizen, then it is what it is.
Yeah. Another thing that really kind of bothers me is that, like, even like this is totally off bat, but like even similar with the Trey Songz situation where he had that situation, but even like a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, Keke Palmer had said something about that, but no one listened besides black women.
I've heard stories about Trey Songz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about stuff So when people started coming out like, oh, he did this weird thing, I'm like, that's definitely true. Because, some intel and insights. So, but I feel like it almost got into like R. Kelly territory.
Oh, yeah.
We all kind of everybody in the industry just kind of knows that that's just kind of how he is. That's his thing. We just let him rock. And it's like the industry needs to stop turning a blind eye
to a lot of things, especially when black women speak up the first time. Even Dream Doll, she made a whole diss record, but he was some type of sort of abusive to her.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a pattern now. Like, this is not an isolated situation like how these men want to make it seem. Like, this is like a behavior. Yeah. And that needs to be talked about more. Don't be going in on Meg. And I feel so bad for Meg because she's only 25. Both parents are gone.
She just lost her parents, her
grandma's gone. She's like at the height of her career. She should be enjoying herself, but every single chance that these people get, it's mostly men too, they tear her down.
Yeah. I feel like
go ahead.
That happens. I feel like it happens often when somebody's at the height of when they're in their moment, they're doing so great. It's like people will go out of their way
to
derail it. And you know what's interesting? What? And I never even thought about this dynamic until right now with Tory Lanez and Meg. Tory been grinding for a long time, and he has not gotten the hit. He don't got the hits. He
ain't got the number one.
He doesn't have that. Yeah. I mean, for people who like music, maybe I thought his music is decent, but he's not Drake.
No.
Meg has been out for how many years, and she's Meg.
She's only been mainstream 2 years.
She's been mainstream 2 years. She has a feature from Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
The Holy Trinity, basically.
The Holy Trinity right there. So perhaps he's just...
she got 2 number ones. Because Savage went number 1, and this one went number 1.
He might be jealous.
I could see that.
I legitimately believe that he... is jealous. And I think that we often look at like a man and a woman, and it's like, oh no, their beef is probably like romantic, or men get jealous too.
I've been seeing a lot of people, mostly men are just haters, I'm sorry, but they're being really transphobic towards Meg. In particular, Cameron, he said that Tory shot Megan because he probably saw her dick.
No, he did not say that.
Deadass.
So,
I ain't got a lie on men. They're just horrible.
The content is there. Yeah. No, I think that speaks to this concept of protect black women who look like this. Right. And they're small like this. And they,
I'm attracted to them. And
yeah.
I feel they deserve to be.
Yeah. It's like, oh, she's tall. She could get shot. She's good.
she can handle it.
She could take a bullet. What do you mean?
Right. It's crazy. It's really fake. But a man went from being all over Megan like, oh, she's so thick and this and now she got a dick. What? How did that happen?
People are terrible.
I'm sorry, that threw me
off.
It's
just disgust. But you know what? The girls are showing up for Meg, though. Period. You saw that Kehlani took Tory Lanez off a song. JoJo. I rock with JoJo.
Me too.
Took him off. And me too. What's sad is those are hits, bro. Can I and Come Back? Hits.
But they did what was right.
Yeah.
Period. And that's what a lot more of these people in the industry, especially the men. But it's like, how can you expect them to even speak up in a situation like this when they notoriously not giving a crap about people being abusers? Look at Diddy, flourishing career, fabulous, literally knocked Emily's teeth out, pulled a knife on her family. Still, no one says a word.
Who?
Fabulous.
Oh, Fab, yeah.
So it's like, I'm not even surprised. You would want them to do better, but it's just like, it's not surprising at all. This is kind of like the norm at this point.
I think that also I don't know why the industry is so riddled with people who are problems. It might just be men in general. Yeah. But I think that a lot of them, it's hard for you to say something, to speak out against something if you know that you too are guilty of that thing. Imagine Fab getting online like, Tory, that was foul what you did.
And everybody like, matter of fact, you know who did that?
Who?
Lil Reese.
Oh, he was just...
Yeah. He was like, oh, protect black women. And someone posted a video of him like literally beating the crap out of this girl. I was like, this you? I'm like, bro, you guys are so bold.
That's terrible.
Like, what makes you be that bold?
But you know what?
What?
Would you rather Reese not say nothing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. Because I don't expect Reese to be that type of nigga anyway.
I would rather Reese be accountable for his actions.
But was he, though?
I don't know what he did. I don't know what the... I don't
At
know.
least, maybe I didn't see it, but in that moment, he didn't say nothing. And he made 2 tweets about that.
I have no idea. I didn't see the video.
He was stomping this girl out. I'm sure it was awful.
What I'm saying is, I would leave room for people to grow and then advocate. So when Reese stomped somebody or whatever, I would love to see him go be accountable for that. Okay, here's what I did. Here's how I worked to fix it. I went to, I was a problem, and I'm working on fixing it. And I think that everyone who's a problem should work on fixing it, I'm going
to have to go back on his profile and see if he did that. But
I think,
he didn't.
Even though him tweeting like, yeah, my bad, I'm sorry, that's not a lot. But at least you can go forth and advocate, like, if you messed up, then when something happens to somebody else, you can't even speak on it. It's like, yeah, because at one time I also did mess up. So now I can't even advocate. I just got to sit here. You could work on you.
Yeah, you can. But how many people really do that?
Not enough is why we're here talking about it today. But I'm just saying, I wish that more people would. It's okay to go and be like, I messed up. That was foul. I learned that. Here's what I did, and here's how I'm moving now. Like, okay, no name. Everything that she does right now is like different. You know, she says that she used to believe in capitalism. She used to think that it was cool, and then she learned that it's foul, and now she's like, okay, actually, I changed my mind on that. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to be better. Just don't be hypocritical.
Yeah, but how much of that has to do with her being a Black woman? We don't have the grace to mess up like they do. We don't.
It's true. In any space.
In any type of space.
Black men, people of other colors.
We don't have room to not own up to our mistakes and not speak on it, but everybody else has a room to. Yeah. And therein lies the problem. Yeah. Accountability.
There's none. Across the board. It's quite sad, but here we are.
Right. There's one more point I was going to make. I literally forgot after the dick comment. So we talked about the situation, Black men responding, snitching, transphobia. We talked about LAPD.
Should we give a little okay, so what does it look like to protect Black women?
Oh, yeah, true. We could do that, yeah.
I'm going to ask you that, and then we could, I think that's
all right.
Sufficient. Okay, so on the topic of protecting Black women and how it doesn't happen, if you were to give a Black man advice on how to protect Black women, what advice would you give?
I would say to use your privilege as a man to speak up. If you see something that's wrong, say something about it. Call out your peers. They're not going to listen to us women. We know that for a fact. But if they hear from someone that they admire, respect, whatever, it's going to fare better than coming from someone like me telling you need to, protect us and respect us or whatever. It's not going to fare the same as another man telling another man like, hey, bro, we can't be doing this.
Yeah.
I would say that's kind of hard.
It's difficult.
That first one is pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say treat Black women with the same respect as you treat Black men.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people only have an understanding of how to respect a Black woman when it comes to like, oh, but what if that was your mom though? Or what if that was your sister? Then you wouldn't like it. Why do we have to play apples to apples, oranges, spades to get you to understand just common decency and respect? Yeah. So don't think of, oh, would you be mad if somebody did that to your daughter? No, would you be mad if somebody did that to you? Would you feel respected if someone did that to you? And if the answer is no, then it's disrespectful. Yeah. Because I've seen people like, oh, that don't got nothing to do with me. And what if if it's not my family, then I don't got nothing to say about it. It's like, no. For you to understand just regular human respect, apply it to yourself if that's what you need to do. Exactly.
And I hate how in every instance women are framed as a possession of some sort.
Yeah.
Your mom, your wife, we're just like people. I don't know if people kind of look over that, but we're people at the end of the day. We don't have to be someone's nothing. We're ourselves.
Yes.
Treat us with the same level of respect that you treat other men.
Yes.
Period. Or other people, period.
Yes.
And not just like the Black women that you think are attractive and, you want to protect them because they're so tiny and pure.
Pretty. Oh,
across the board. Black women, period.
And can we just say, okay, when they say protect, it's not like, oh, she's so soft, she needs me. I got it. No, that's not what we mean. I mean, we shouldn't always have to be strong, but we're pretty resilient, a group of people, so we don't mean it like that.
But we're tired of being strong and resilient, okay? We're going to need some advocates, because every time someone is killed by the police, most of the times they're a black man. Who be on the front lines? The girls and the gays.
Every single time.
But then when it comes to, even when the whole George Floyd thing was going on, and then women kind of pivoted into like sexual assault, now it's like, oh, y'all being divisive, and that's not the time right now. Yeah. When is it going to be our time? Because year after year, month after month, we're the main people that are trending is mostly men. Yeah. And we're always like on the back burner, and we never go back to it. It's just kind of like, we gloss over it until another thing happens, you know? And then we want a chance to, say our piece and like say what's going on in our little community, and it's like, nah, y'all doing like, too much. Y'all being divisive.
Well, George Floyd happened, and Breonna Taylor was soon before that.
Right.
Know? It's like, nobody didn't start saying anything about Breonna Taylor until George Floyd happened, and that's not, it's the name of the game. It's the media, how things go.
Right.
But why didn't we know about that when that happened?
Right.
Why was that not a thing?
Right.
The story tells itself.
Men need to hold themselves accountable, period. Be advocates for the women, not just women in your life, the women that you like, but just all women, period. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yes.
And whenever, someone made a good point about this also, is whenever you guys talk about, we need to hear another story, like, why did that happen? That's the same shit white people do to y'all when y'all get shot up.
Every single time. The police shot him, but what was his background, though?
Right.
He had on a black hoodie, so, I mean, I could see why you would want to shoot him. Like, no, you don't need to. There is no other side of the story.
Exactly.
Like, there is moral, and there's not moral.
Yeah.
You shot somebody, you not more. You on the wrong side.
You're on the wrong side already.
Like, there is nothing that you could possibly say.
Literally. So at the end of the day, hashtag protect black women, and not just something you say for retweets on Twitter.
I was just about to say, not just for social media. Do it in real life, in person. When your homies talking about somebody, step in. When your family's talking about, like, in real life.
Step in. Be advocates. Because you guys do have the privilege as men that we don't have. Period. So use that to your advantage. Use that for some good.
I actually had a conversation with one of my friends about that. Like, being able to bond with people of other races. He's like, I mean, as a dudes, we just dudes. Like, we don't talk, our race don't even have that much to do with it. I'm like, well, as women, being black is, we're not about to sit up and talk about, what if a man wants to talk about, this is stereotypical, but what if they want to talk about sports? They'll talk about sports. What if I want to talk about the music I listen to? Or my hair?
Right.
Or the lotion, all of that is, based in race. So just remember, it's not as sweet for us. So use, like Merv said, the privilege that you do have.
Yeah, for sure. And prayers up to Meg Thee Stallion. I hope she has good people around her during this time. This is so dramatic. I don't know how she's doing all this while being on top, but more power to her, and I hope she's taking care of her health.
Yeah, this is such a traumatic situation. In the weirdest way, a blessing in disguise that she gets to see. You saw early in your career, honey. Yep. They are not them people just because they smile in your face and they want to be around you. That does not mean that they're supporting you, that they're your true friends, that they're really, that they love you for real.
Right.
I'm glad that she's realizing that. Though this is a tough lesson, she'll be better.
Right. Better now than 10 years down the line.
Exactly.
I'm not glad it happened, but like she said, a blessing in disguise.
At least it will be a lesson.
More power to her.
Yes.
But that is it for today, guys. Like we said, thank y'all for sticking with us. We are back, and we'll be more consistent now in posting stuff. But in the meantime, as always, y'all can send us thoughts, questions, whatever, to readtheroompod@gmail.com. We honestly want to hear from y'all.
If it's something going on in your life and you want us to weigh in, I think that would be very fun. Like,
that would be
so this is what's going on, and I want to know what y'all think, because we're gonna say to leave him.
That's break up with that. break up.
But we still want to hear it though.
Yeah, we love to have an episode just answering y'all questions, but.
Okay.
Well, y'all gotta send them. But yeah, Instagram and Twitter.
Follow us at Read the Room Pod on everything. Email us readtheroompod@gmail.com.
Yeah, and shout out to Sounder. There are some really cool people.
Yes.
if y'all don't know, Sounder.fm, that's the people that we kind of host our audio through so we can put on other platforms. But they've been really, nice to us. Yeah, they're really nice to us, and really, you featured us on their Instagram. We're going to be doing, a little upcoming campaign with them, so we're super excited about that.
Yes.
And it makes us feel like we're the real deal, so... Shout out to them.
Deal. Read the room.
Yeah, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye. Love y'all. Bye. All right, let's go.